I've come back because I told you that what we are fighting is a spiritual battle. Anytime I come on board to make these exposures, our system will have one problem or the other. But we will continue. We will not stop. We will continue to expose the evil ones. We will not stop until we have done the work which our Father have sent us to come and do. Before I come back to the dollar bill, I want to rephrase your memory where we were before the attack. We were when the Heronian dynasty came on board leadership in the year 38 BC. That was the mark of the end of the Maccabean dynasty and the rise of the Herodian dynasty. The Apocrypha contains a historical event from this 175 BC to 135 BC and was probably written about 100 BC. I think if you want to know more, you can contact the book of Apocrypha and then make research from that direction. You will discover most of these informations, and then that will lead you to other books of Nathan and that of Jashan and that of other books that Moses wrote. Apart from 6 and 7 book of Moses, there is also 8, 9, and 10 book of Moses. So these books this record contains informations that will help you and I know our stand and more of the deceitful nature of this so-called sent government America. They are the evil we are fighting. And it is time for the kingdom of America to fall. This is the truth. America will fall. We have been deceived that they are the nation of God. That is the nation of the devil. It's time to bring down that beast. I continue. After the emergence or the rise of the Herodian dynasty, that was when first the attack on the black nation was unleashed. After the visit of the 3 wise men that come to honor their king, who they profess will be born in a foreign land, because he is Amadioha, which is Amadi for everybody. That is, Oha means everybody. Amadi means a man, the man for all. That is what Amadi Oha means. That is the name of our God, that God for all. Be you black, be you white, be you Hindu, be you anything that you are. Amadi Oha is your God. He is the God of all God. He is the creator of all things. He is the maker of all things. He is the institutor. He is the rock that bore all other rock. He is the energy that flew out of the rock and energized other rock. It is Amadioha. That is because he lived in the rock. That is why the rock become his foundation. We are revealing the kingdom of darkness. It is Amadioha who have sent me, and there is no other God that have sent me. Is Amadioha. And upon his calling, I will stand to proclaim this truth all over the world, that the blacks and the world is still under slavery in the use of the dollar bill. I am coming. Before the dollar bill, who were we and what were we? After the Herodian dynasty had encounter with the 3 wise men, which is the 3 black men that came to honor Jesus Christ's birth, the Herod king ordered that every child of 1 year down should be erased. That led to the massacre of the Herodian environment. That massacre did not only just end there, it proceeded to Africa, because they believed that the so-called black young man that was born, who is the king of kings, have returned to Africa. And that fight came to Africa. That was the first invasion that a black man experienced, was after the birth of Jesus Christ, in the quest of eliminating him, Christ, as a black man who has been called again to be the king of all kings, when their father, the black king, is already a threat, and another one has been born that will take over and be the king of every other king, Herod said he will not take that one, that he cannot be under any black authority. That was first invasion of the black kingdom. Jesus Christ is a black man. I am coming, I will reveal information to you so that you now know that this name has changed, just as Nnamdi Kanu is today. I tell you, in the next 15, 20, 30 years, they will change Nnamdi Kanu name to something else and bring it back to Africa. Our story, they will change it and bring it back to us. They will say he's a British man because he was in the British land. That is exactly what happened in the case of Jesus Christ. He was not a white man, because he was the black man who took the gospel of his culture out to the world, because the Father is the Father that owns, that created the world. They crucified him and killed him, just the same way they are crucifying Nnamdi Kanu now and killing him with their useless law system. That is the same way they use the same law system to kill Jesus Christ, bring him and crucify him. It's the same law system, the same judgment, the same people. The same character is replaying now in the land of Biafra. And what is causing it is the dollar bill. The dollar bill. So when the Herodian dynasty descended on the children of the African race because of the birth of Jesus Christ, because the three wise men, which is the three black men that spoke with him, deceived him, that was his judgment. Go and make research, go to Apocrypha, go to Nathan, you will get it information. And that the Bible only told us that the children, so they gave us half story. But this thing that the Bible talked about in Herodian time happened here in Africa. This is the truth. This is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That was when first an African man experienced the dissension of the Western world. The host of Syrian army was gathered. The Maccabees army were gathered, Herod gathered the armies all over the world to descend on this black king. That was when first our gold were invaded, the gold ram was shut down, every trade that happens to do with Africa was shut down. That ignited a war, and that war lasted for 25 good years. That the black king, he says no, his kingdom cannot be taken over or be invaded by these bastards. And they fought this war for 25 good years and conquered. Though some part of Africa were taken by these evil men, these Western armies took some part of Africa, camped in some part of Africa, and then that ended the reign of the Herodian dynasty. After the black king murdered the Herodian authorities in battle, and that ended the reign and the tyrannical oppression of the Herodian dynasty, and the emergence of the Roman Empire came on board. Because this coerce was there when the Roman Empire began their oppression to bring peace and to institute religion back to its states, because Zeus already is causing problem. That was now when they coined a system of worship and bring church and use the churches as the Roman Catholic to rule the world, because that was the new altar raised politically, not that God sent them. So I'm sorry for you being a Roman Catholic member. You are in fact the demon child itself. You have drank out of that demon. You are in that blood of the evil act. You are part of it. As far as you're a Roman Catholic member, as far as you're an Anglican member, as far as you're a Methodist member, down to those of the Protestants and that of what is also a group. You are all into this mess. We have all drank out of it, and that end is what we want to draw ourselves out of also, so that we can go out of this bondage and be what our God has made us to be. So African nation has been under siege. African nation has been under the dissension and deception of the Western world. even in all export that the African nation has made to prosper their wealth and to improve their land, has failed because the Western community believe the rise of Africa is the doom of the Western world. And that is why Africa cannot rise. They come here to tell you about poverty alleviation. No, the Africa or the poor Africa today is the Africa that the Europe wants. The poor Africa today is the Africa United Nations want. They are not giving you any program to elevate you from poverty. They are giving you program to subject you to poverty. That is the goal of the Western world. That is the goal of the United Nations. That is the goal of the British man. That is the goal of the Arab man. That is the goal of the American man. America subjugates us. America is the administrative a partner of the slavery master, which is the British. The British is the authority. America is the administrator of their evil. Because today, Biden is plotting how to destroy Nigeria from where Obama left it. That is what is going on now. America is manipulating the election of Nigeria with Britain. Since Murtala Mohammed to date, no leader has been truly elected in Nigeria. All were appointment. Our election does not count right from Murtala Mohammed to today. On 19 February 1976, Moleta Lulu. It was 19 votes, they say it's 18, and intro Murtala Mohammed that murdered him on seat. From that day to today, we have never elected any leader as the people's choice elected. It has been American and British choice. The leader that will dance according to their tone, that has been the leader that has been enthroned. At least I am sure of Nigeria, my country. I am also sure of Africa. I am not sure of other part of the world. But at least Africa, 99% of oppression in the government system of Africa is being run by the British and Americans. So it is time to end this tyranny so that we can have peace. The war we are facing, the terrorism we are facing in Nigeria is not being sponsored by Nigerians. It is being sponsored by the American government. Because of what? Dollar bill. So it is time to separate our transactions. It is time to know who is who and return back to our white authority. Let me see if America will call war power in a day. It is time to crush them. Let me see what made them war power. They are criminals. They stole from nations to build their own nation. Is that what made them world power? It is time we face reality. Who is actually guilty of economic and financial crime? Who is actually guilty of economic and financial crime? Do you know that if America received dollars of our politicians, that is an economic crime to Nigeria? So is America supposed to receive an open account, a swift account for a politician from another nation who comes to their nation and dump their money? Is that not a crime? Is that not money laundering? Is America not part of money laundering? So who is actually guilty of economic and financial crime? Tell me. Tell me actually what economic and financial crime stands for. FBI is running around looking for whom to arrest in Nigeria. Hush Puppy is innocent. Abbas, whatever young man that is answering fraud case. Listen, release that young man. He has done nothing. It is because of the greed of you, the Western world, that made his trap to catch you. If you are not greedy, you won't go to his trap. Because of your greed, how you have been destroying nations. They have discovered you and they pass by to take you. You now go and catch them for fraud and laundering. You and them, who is the fraud master? You that defraud the nation that they stand in and deprive them of their right, and them that is taking it back from you, who is actually the criminal? So set Hush Puppy free. He did not do anything, and we stand to testify that. FBI don't know what they are doing. Let them arrest their government that instituted them to return every dollar, every single dollar deposited in their banks by any foreigner whatsoever. We don't want to know. Let it be returned back to that country. Let no now believe that America truly is fighting economic and financial crime, because definitely they are guilty and soaked in it. American government is soaked in economic and financial crime. British government is soaked in economic and financial crime. So who is actually guilty? Is my question. Who is actually guilty? Is it Nnamdi Kanu who is fighting for the freedom of his people that is guilty? Tell me who is guilty here. If not American and British government. So it is time for Africa to wake up. Africa, this is your message. Wake up. The souls of your young men have been trapped inside this dollar. This is what is killing your young men. This note has made your young men to go into evil of one thing or the other just because of this note. Out there, your children are harlot. Out there, your children have been involved into, engage themselves into one rubbish or the other just because they want to bring this dollar note to you. This is the evil. It is time to disengage from this. Let me see if America will come and make matters their world power. Join hand with Putin. Africa, I'm talking to you now. Join hand with Putin and bring down this beast. This is the beast that must be brought down. And the day this beast come down, we will be free. They invaded Africa. They took our golds and they bring us the Roman denarius. From the Roman denarius, they begin to share us pieces by pieces, pieces by pieces, pieces by pieces, into slavery, from slavery into shackles. Now we no longer bear shackles and cable toes on our necks. What we now bear is the suffering that the dollar bill brings. We pay every day. We labor every day. Our parents die every day. Things are costly every day. We cannot even get the common garri that we labor in our own land because of this dollar. When they say dollar is high, after our dollar is high, every other food item is high. Even the one that we farm in our home is also high. Common chicken, meat to eat, we cannot find because of this dollar note. Is it not time we wake up? Africa, I'm talking to you. Black man, I'm talking to you. The fellow Biafrans, we have a work to do. Do not think it's all about getting Biafra state. A lot is involved. Oh. So much is involved. Oh. So much is involved. Oh. So if you don't put it well, a good structure, you will face trouble. So I'm telling you, don't think it's all about going to court and making a nation. Don't think it's all about carrying flag and running here and there. So it is time we go to work. Don't center only on the case. As far as Nnamdi Kanu matter is concerned, it is a settled case. He is a freed man. I told you he will come with our flag. We will celebrate it. I told you he's coming. So his matter is a settled matter. So allow the legal team. I think they are on the height of their business in that matter. So let them continue. While others should go to work, never you lay down your guard. Never you relax. Because this fight of Biafra is not just only for Biafra. We are going to liberate Africa. Biafra, the hope of Africa is Biafra. The day Biafra rise is the day Africa will be free from the bondage of darkness. Africa is still in shackles of slavery today. Until that name, Biafra, is set free, Africa, chains and shackles of slavery will not be set loose. So let us go to work. If you know that one that the God have assigned you to do, if you know that one that Amado have assigned you to do, towards the restoration, towards the fulfillment, towards the achievement, towards the institution of the nation of Biafra, please do it and do it well. Look no back. Listen to nobody, but listen to that God which has